Hello, and welcome to Everything Travel and Health. On this channel, I bring you informative, educational, and do-it-yourself content on how to achieve your dream of moving abroad for work or study. In this video, I will be discussing the procedure for nursing registration in Nova Scotia under the new expedited licensing process. In one of my previous videos, I talked about various features of this new expedited nursing licensing process. Like I said then, it is the first of its kind in Canada. For that reason, I know several nurses in the listed countries have been warming up for when the process will begin. If you have not yet seen that video and do not know much about the proposed process, I advise you to watch it first before coming back to watch this video. The link to the video is up on your screen right now and in the description box below as well. I am happy to inform you that the process has begun, so you can now start your registration. With this new, first in Canada approach to registration and licensure, there will be a fast and predictable pathway to licensure in the province of Nova Scotia. You do not need to apply to NNAS first before applying to Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia will handle both the verification, registration, and licensing processes. However, remember that to participate in this process, you must be a registered nurse and currently licensed in the Philippines, India, Nigeria, USA, UK, Australia, New Zealand or a Canadian province or territory, and you must demonstrate good standing and good character and have a current practicing license in any of the aforementioned countries. So, if you are a registered nurse from one of these countries, stay with me as I take you through the process of registration. So, in this video, I will be giving you a step-by-step guide on the registration process through this new registration and licensing process. Stay with me to the end to ensure you do not miss out on any parts. If you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please do so and click the notification bell to be notified of any new uploads on our channel. Let's get started. To begin the process, you will have to sign up for an account with the Nova Scotia College of Nursing, NSCN. If you already have an account with the NSCN, simply sign in with your login details. The link to the login or sign up page is in the description box. To sign up, click on the sign up icon, and you will be redirected to this page where you will have to enter in your email address. You are to enter your email twice, and then click on Next. You will be taken to this page where you have to provide your personal information, which includes your first name, last name, gender, and mobile phone number. You are also required to choose the designation you are applying for. As a registered nurse from one of these countries, you are to choose an RN applicant. You then need to enter the code on the right-hand side into the space provided, review the terms of service, and tick the box if you agree to them. After that, you click on the Sign Up, and a confirmation message will be sent to the email address you provided. So, check the inbox of your email account for the message. If you do not receive the message in your inbox, check your spam or junk mail for the message. If you do not receive the mail, click on Resend Confirmation. If you still do not receive the mail, you may need to wait some time for the message to drop. This may be a result of a network glitch or due to several applicants currently using the website. When you receive the mail, you will be required to click a link to complete the registration and then be redirected to a page where you will be asked to choose a password and confirm the password. When you have done that, it means you have succeeded in creating your account. You can then log into your account to continue the process. When you log into your account, this is how the account would look like. Everything you have to do with respect to your registration and licensing will happen on this account. Take out time to study the account and know how to navigate through the different parts. After successfully creating your account, you are expected to submit 2 pieces of identification showing your legal name. If your name has changed, you may be required to submit a name change document, such as a marriage certificate. Some of the identification documents you can submit include a birth certificate, passport, Nexus card, driver's license, Canadian government-issued ID, citizenship card, Canadian or international. For ID documents issued in languages other than English, a certified translation must be completed before you submit them to NSCN. Notarization of these documents is not required. The next step of the process is for you to arrange for verification of registration from your current regulatory body to be submitted directly to NSCN. To do so, you will have to contact the nursing regulatory body in your country, and they will have to send evidence of verification of your registration. Online verification of your registration is possible for some regulatory bodies. However, for the other countries, you will be required to send a verification of registration (VOR) form to the regulatory body, which they are expected to fill out and send directly to NSCN. The next is that you are required to submit a criminal record check (CRC). You must arrange for a CRC to be sent directly to NSCN from the agency performing it. You are to submit a Canadian CRC if you have lived in Canada for more than 2 years, but if less than 2 years, you are to submit a Canadian CRC and a CRC from the last place you lived. For nurses from any of the listed countries, you are to submit an international CRC. Canadian and international CRC can be done through any of the NSCN-approved online companies, CSI and MyBackCheck. I recommend that you use CSI, because from the information requested on MyBackCheck website, it appears to be more specific to those in Canada. However, you can check it out yourself. I will explain more later. CRC done with any of the 2 companies will be sent to NSCN electronically. Note that you will be required to pay for these CRC. For CSI, Canadian CRC cost $47 Canadian dollars, while the cost of an international CRC depends on the country. The cost for the different countries are as follows, all in Canadian dollars. Philippines, $99. India, $60. Nigeria, $208. USA, $95. UK, $224. Australia, $213. New Zealand, $135. So, let's look at how to get that done with these companies. I will leave the link to both companies on the description box. Let's start with the CSI. On the web page, click on English. You will be redirected to this page, then click on Personal. This page will display, and you can then select Canadian Criminal Records Checks, e-consent. Click on Order Now. You will be redirected to this page. You are required to fill out the form. Fill in your name and then, as for the company requesting search, fill in the Nova Scotia College of Nursing. Fill in your address in the space provided and your city. As for the Canadian province or country, choose International. Then fill in your postal code, phone number, and email address. Then click on Next. More information will be requested from you. Fill in the Nova Scotia College of Nursing as the company, region, department doing check for. The order notes column is optional. You can leave it blank. Fill in your employer's contact name, email, and phone number. In the space provided for How did you hear about us, you can choose Referral. Next, you are required to select any additional checks you need. For NSCN, you are only required to get the Canadian and International CRC. So, on this list, if you have lived in the USA, you have to select U.S. Criminal Record Check. If you are from any of the other countries listed, you are to select International Criminal Check. Then you have to select your country from the list of countries. The country you choose will determine the total cost, because the cost of international CRC differs from one country to another. You are to select the number of checks you need. For this process, you are to choose the number 1. You do not need to select the Enhanced Canadian Criminal Record Check. After that, the total cost will be shown, and you can proceed to pay with your debit or credit card or with PayPal. After payment, click on Submit and you will be directed on what to do next. Now, let's talk about the Sterling Backcheck. Sterling Backcheck is a global background screening partner for Nova Scotia College of Nursing. If you choose to get your CRC through Sterling Backcheck, log into their webpage from the description box. Click on Start My Check. You will be redirected to this page. Since you are new, click on Register here. You are required to fill out this form. However, looking at the information requested on the page, it appears this check is only for those residing in Canada. As you can see, you are asked to fill in a province, which is compulsory, as well as a phone number, which must be a Canadian phone number. However, let's hope to get clarification on that later. In the meantime, I advise that you use CSI for your CRC. However, if you find a way to navigate through this, then you can use it. Next, you will be required to pay the application or assessment fee. You must pay the fee in order for NSCN to make a licensing decision. The assessment fee you are required to pay is 57.5 Canadian dollars. If your application is successful and you are offered registration, you will be required to pay a registration fee of 115 Canadian dollars. In addition, if you apply for a conditional license and it is approved, you will have to pay the sum of 125.35 Canadian dollars for the conditional license. As I mentioned in my earlier video, you do not require IELTS or any evidence of English language proficiency if you are a registered nurse from one of the listed countries. International nurses who have completed their entry-level nursing programs and established registration and licensure in one of the 7 designated countries have been deemed to have met the English language requirement. However, if you established licensure in, but were not educated in one of the 7 designated countries, you may need to submit evidence of meeting the English language requirement. This means that if you were not educated in one of these listed countries but got registered and licensed to practice in one of them, then you will be expected to provide evidence of English language proficiency. As soon as you have submitted all the necessary documents, a decision will be reached, and if successful, you will be authorized to sit for the NCLEX exam. If you have already passed the NCLEX-RN, you do not need to retake it and you are eligible for a full practicing license. However, if you have not passed the NCLEX-RN, you may be eligible for a conditional license. Once the conditional license is issued, you may begin to practice as a registered nurse in Nova Scotia. Your conditional license is valid for 12 months or until 3 failed attempts to pass the NCLEX-RN exam. After 3 exam failures, you will be required to complete bridging education to be eligible for subsequent conditional licenses. If you have failed the NCLEX-RN in the past, you must provide previous exam scores. You may still qualify for a conditional license and be eligible to write the exam, depending on the number of failures. You can see that the process of registration in this new expedited registration process is so simple and straightforward. So, what are you waiting for? Start your application today. Thanks for watching. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, or clarifications, feel free to drop them in the comment section, and I will definitely reply to them. If you have not yet subscribed, please do so to enjoy more of our upcoming content. Remember to click the notification bell to be notified of our future uploads. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.